sudden impact of Randy Orton. Samoa Joe did not back down. Hands down, unable to protect himself. And now Omega, the challenger, has an opportunity to do something no one in AEW has done. Finish him off! He's calling for it! This is it! This is it! Your career's on the line here! Do it! Do it! This place will erupt when he picks him up! He's got him up! Oh, hell yeah! 1, 2, 3! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! We've got a new heavyweight champion! Climb the ladder, kid! Make yourself famous! I just had an out-of-body experience! What did we just see? What did we just see? He got him a power slam! He got him a power slam! He got it! Simmons got it! Simmons has won the match! Simmons is a champion!
I've always maintained that reality is for people who can't face drugs.
Shit is about to get real.
You get to see your knee. Knee. Shit.
Look at the stare of the champion against the challenger.
What?
And now, Straight Talk Society presents Wrestling with Reality.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's going to be the biggest battleground in the history of our sport. The biggest match in pro wrestling history.
The two biggest superstars in our sport in the biggest event the sport has ever seen. The biggest match in the history of our sport.
A little scalded dog here. Enough is enough. That's enough. No! Oh, God, that's enough! Stop it! Fail! Listen, where it's tougher than a $2 steak. Who is your daddy? Who's your daddy, Undertaker? Hip slam! Toe slam! Who's your daddy, Undertaker? Lucifer's lips are the biggest size in the WWE! Somebody's stop this! Somebody stop the damn man! Enough's enough!
What?
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
It's got it real! Woo!
WWE Dynamite.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time. Let's rock.
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
So to escape from reality?
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
I am reality.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Oh, it's live, pal.
Let the shredder begin! It is now time for
Wrestling
With reality.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Junior, look at this.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
number one Be the man, baby! You have to beat the man! Heavyweight champion of the world. The time is now. Reality has become the present, and the final lesson of the pain game has begun. Have you ever heard a joke like that in your life? You are gonna wrestle my ass for the world title. You will have to kill me to keep me from killing you. Woo!
The 90s have been referred to as the reckoning with truth. In the 80s, everything was clouded. Nobody ever told the truth. In the 90s, the way to go is flat out. Tell no lies. That's the way we're gonna do it. When you hear something from our lips, truth it may be, and as much as it may hurt, you can count on it being exactly the way that it is.
We want the gold, sucker! Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga!
What is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Wrestling with Reality. Hey, and in the words of the great Booker T, all you wrestling podcasts, all you wrestling shows on YouTube, we are coming for you. And tonight we will be going over the AEW Revolution 2024 card, but I am not here alone. Joined with us on the panel on time tonight is producer extraordinaire Venkat. What's going on, Venkat?
What's going on, Trevor?
I can't call it. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. And tonight we have our roving reporter live on what do we call it? Live on scene. MD in the build. Well, not in the building, but MD is attending AEW Dynamite tonight. So MD will be, for next week, he'll definitely have a lot of news notes to give us for the show. What's up, MD?
Peace. What's going on? What's happening? Yeah, I'm on the way right now. I thought I was going to be there early, but that ain't worked out. So, yeah, I'm on the way now.
All right, and also Bones hit me up when I let him know that you weren't going to be here. He wanted to fill in because he wants to talk about the match that I'm pretty sure everybody wants to talk about. Got the whole wrestling world buzzing. The Takeshita versus Will Ospreay match. So he will be on shortly. But before we get into everything, this show is strictly going to be over the AEW Dynamite card. But we do have the first two inductees to the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame. Surprisingly that they did them this way, with the news of Paul Heyman. They officially showed Paul Heyman last night, but also news broke today that Bull Nakano is going into the Hall of Fame. What are you guys' thoughts on that, on both people?
I would say, as far as Paul Lee, well deserved, needs to be there. I just feel funny when you got active people on the roster, but I understand, these guys go forever. So no, I mean, I can't complain about that.
MD, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. I pretty much say the same thing. It's well deserved. And like I told you in the chat, it's Philadelphia. It makes total sense. Home at ECW. You always tend to have, as it's been in recent years, your ECW inductee. So that's your one, but it's more impactful because it's Paul Heyman. Obviously, you know what I mean. Bull Nakano again. That's a great choice. At a time where women's wrestling wasn't looked at as being impactful at all, she was able to do something. If we're just talking about in the realm of WWE or WWF at that time, was able to do something with Alundra Blaze that was revolutionary in the sense of the type of matches that they were having. So makes total sense. I ain't got no issue with either one of them. As far as like if I'm looking at a person like Paul Heyman and saying that a person like Cornette is not in, this will be the year where I wouldn't trip on that because again, it's Philadelphia. It makes total sense.
So I agree with Venkat. My only hang up with it, because when I heard Paul Heyman, and I'm like, wow, Paul Heyman is the first, because normally when you introduce the first person, it's normally like, so you got the first person and the last person. The last person is going to be the headliner, but the first person is like a gigantic name. Not saying that Paul Heyman isn't a gigantic name. Paul Heyman is fantastic. I'm just trying to see, like, maybe you could have put somebody else in that wasn't on the active roster. That's the only thing I'm thinking about, like somebody being on the active roster, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. But with the whole Philadelphia tie-in, there's no better time than now. And as far as Bull Nakano, that's a Triple H move if I ever seen one. Vince McMahon would have never put her. Vince McMahon would have put her in after she was gone, which they tend to do. I'm very shocked. I'm very surprised. I want to see who is going into the Hall of Fame this year, just because with Triple H making the picks and everything, you might finally get Demolition in. Yeah,
we need to get Sid Vicious in.
Jim Cornette. You get like all those people. I mean, because when you have a Hall of Fame that has Coco Beware in there, Stacy Keibler, Drew Carey, I mean, not for nothing, that's not legit. Now he's gonna start getting some real names in. They waited until Macho Man died before they put him in. They waited until Vader put him. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. But these first two picks, I don't have a problem with. But before I forget, I don't know how I forgot this from the beginning. Shout out to the best moderator in the business, Keela. And I see Ricardo in here bright and early. Ricardo, let's let Nurbaum know we up, man. Because if he ever wanted to hear me give a love fest over AEW, tonight is the night. Tonight is the night he gonna get his love fest. So everybody who wants, what's up, MD?
Oh, I was just gonna say real quick. Do you think they still gonna follow the like the tradition of picking like out of the eras? Like I think I mentioned, like you still gonna have like your new generation era inductee, and so on and so forth. So do you think at least they'll still like go with that, like in terms of like how they do the inductees this year? I hope they do, because I didn't see an issue with that.
But also, I think with Triple H, I'm thinking he wants to get people in before they die. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Lex Luger, and just seeing how bad.
Overdue. Lex Luger is so overdue.
Just look how bad he looks. Watching the pictures with him and Sting.
You're killing all the legends today, Trevor. I mean, first you call Coco Beware illegitimate. I know. You're just dissed the Birdman, and now you're dissing Lex Luger.
I said nothing bad about Lex Luger.
You said he just looks bad.
Yeah, he looked.
Yeah. He was in a bad way. He was in a bad way.
It's depressing looking at him. They showed that picture, the top and bottom picture where Sting and him was on top, like back in the 90s. And then they showed the picture from Revolution. Oh man, that just looks so sad. Lex Luger's all, who Lex Luger looks like? Not Steve Jobs, Hawking, the other guy that was in the wheelchair.
Not that bad. He don't look.
Yeah. I wouldn't go that far.
He close. He going there. He just looks bad, man. I just want him. I want them to stop waiting until people die. Like it's a Hall of Fame. You're supposed to be honored. You know what I mean? And you're supposed to know that you're being honored. Ultimate Warrior had it best. He died the next day. I mean, not that we would have wanted that to happen, but at least he was able to be honored by his peers. Like
Lucas should have been in there 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's a Vince McMahon, because Vince is mad that he
left,
that he went to Nitro. I don't know.
That's so petty, man. That's so petty.
So MD, what time does the show start?
7:30.
Oh, it's okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
just like
I live like 10 minutes away. I'm good. I wanted to go earlier just to like soak it in and walk around, but yeah, I got kids, man. You know how
and
that go.
it's not like you're gonna be standing in long lines. I mean, let's just call it what it
Oh
is.
God, Trevor
Hey,
is
hey,
notorious.
Trevor, I've been checking the WrestleTix. You put me on. I've been checking WrestleTix, and I'll admit, it don't look good.
Wow.
And
Which is
so we'll
depressing.
see. We'll
Which
see
is
when I get
depressing
there.
because coming off a Sunday show, they should not have an empty. They should not have an empty building. Like I mean, but we'll see, man. Speaking of speaking of Sunday show, while we got MD up here, let's go ahead and get into this. Bones. I know Bones really just wants to talk about that to catch the match, but we'll have to circle back if anything. Bones. Oh, forgot to tell y'all next week. We are doing a show entitled "This Is Staying." Can't say it in my Tony Schiavone voice because it still ain't there yet, but just do the Tony Schiavone inflection. We're doing a Sting. Now I'm not gonna say no. I don't want to say memorial show. We're gonna do a honoring Sting show for his great career. I think it was four decades basically.
Yep. Yep.
So
He's awesome, man. Sting, well deserved. My God, well deserved, man. I was at Target just a few minutes ago. I was looking to see if there was a Sting AEW action figure. It's all gone, man. It's all
or
gone.
did come on now? Was it all gone, or did they ever have it?
Well, they had all these other AEW people. Sting is gone.
Nah,
Yeah.
I said I ain't gonna crap on AEW tonight, man. I can't.
There was a lot of AEW people there. It just wasn't Sting.
Because I did go on the Amazon store that I get my wrestling shirts from, looking for Sting shirts, and naturally they done jacked up the prices on all of them. Hell, last week you get a guy's shirt for like $15. Now they want like 45 for it. I'm still gonna get one, but yeah, Sting. So next week the show is dedicated to everything Sting. We're gonna go over his career highlights. Then we're gonna compile a list of our favorite matches from him. We're gonna try to get like 10 collective just matches that just display his career. Because as much as I crapped on him in AEW, a lot of that was just because he was old. And I don't want to see I don't want to see an old guy get hurt in the ring. That's always my thing. And I never want him to look as bad as Ric Flair did Sunday. Oh
My goodness.
When we get
slow
to that,
motion.
Oh my goodness. I mean, God, you talk about slowing down the entire match. But let's get into AEW. So you had the 0 Hour hosted by Renee Paquette and this guy. I don't know who he is. But you're breaking up, MD. MD must have had us on Bluetooth or something. But this guy stunk. Like, this guy is just he must be a celebrity or something, because he has no business calling wrestling or anything affiliated with wrestling. Like, he just ugh.
Could be a Tony Khan friend.
Yeah, could be. You saw the 0 Hour, right?
Yeah, I was watching it.
Well, what do you think about his announcing? He wasn't doing commentary, but he was.
He sound. I mean, at times he sounded like he was not into it. Like he didn't sell the show. When you're doing those pre-shows, you gotta really sell the show and beef up the atmosphere and the attitude around it. I don't think he really did a good job of that.
Yeah, he sounded like a guy. He sounded like a guy that won a contest. He just entered. he sounded like a guy that just entered a contest for some tickets, and when he got there, he realized what it was, and he's like, let me just. It just didn't. I mean, luckily it was just on the 0 Hour and not, but it didn't set the tone. Like, it didn't make me excited.
Who was normally there? There was somebody else that was there with her, right?
Yeah,
the hell?
it damn sure wasn't him. I tell you that much.
I remember somebody else. I don't know now.
Yeah, damn it, damn sure wasn't him. So I don't know, but luckily he was just there for the 0 hour. So you have the so we kick off the 0 hour with a 12-man tag team match. You had the Bang Bang
Willie Mack.
You had the Bang Bang Scissor Gang taking on I think these are Top Flight. I forget their names. Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, this Singh guy that just needs to stop wrestling, and the GOAT of wrestling, Willie Mack. So
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So what did you think about this match?
I thought it was okay for what it was. I mean, there's no pressure. The thing is though, I'm kind of shocked that like Jay White is like in a pre-show. He should be on the show. You know, I find that kind of odd.
Yeah.
So yeah, other than that,
his promo at the end kind of suggested that too, because he you know, the match is over. The Bang Bang Scissor Gang won, whatever. I mean, it was so you talk about a lot of missed spots and things like that. So I'm gonna get all the bad stuff out of the way now, because like I said, I love this show. This show was tremendous. The 0 hour was mad hit or miss. I'm gonna get all the bad stuff out of the way, because I promise you I'm not gonna take a dump on the show tonight. AEW could stand for a good production guy. They don't know when to cut to the crowd. So the crowd for the 0 hour was as dead as I've ever seen. That's why I didn't think anybody was in there until, you know, they got ready to start. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a packed house. It was a legit 16,000 plus sellout. Like it was full. But I mean, the crowd was so dead, and production is just shooting to them every time. No emotion. The camera cuts are no good. They zoom in on them calling spots. I know MD, I forget which match it was. I think it's the next one. MD was making mention of how loud they were audibly calling their spots. It just, they got to get a production guy in there that could one thing about Kevin Dunn, we could hate him and do whatever, and he was a Vince McMahon guy, but at least he ran a tight ship. We may not have liked it, but he ran a tight ship, and he didn't let a lot of these little production gaffes fly that you should have perfected in 4 years, 5 years. Should be perfected by now. Anything else on this? I mean, this was just a regular match. This big Singh guy, he's no good at all.
no, nothing else on it. It's just what it is. Just something to, you know, watch, getting you anticipated for the main show.
All right. Oh, MD said he'll be back. Then we got, all right. So another match. This one wasn't even any better. But again, this is 0 hour. You had Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. Now, granted, Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale were, I want to say, like in the top 15 on the PWI 250 women's, taking on Julia Hart and Sky Blue. This Julia Hart has the presentation. She's not good. Like she has the look. I get it. I get why they like her. But in ring, she's sloppy. She went to break up a pin and she barely touched the girl. I mean, it was, everything about it was just sloppy. And Willow Nightingale seems like she's regressing. I mean, earlier last year, I was like, oh my goodness, I love this girl. She's awesome. But it seems like she's just regressing. But Chris Statlander was the only standout in that match. It was another throwaway match, but it was whatever it was. It was just get the people in the building. What was your thoughts on this one?
Well, this is actually at the point where I lost my signal, and I fought for like 40 minutes to get it back.
So you didn't.
So I
you didn't,
missed out. I missed out on the remainder of the 0 hour.
So you didn't miss anything then. So this is yeah. And again, I don't. So everybody told me how great Stokely Hathaway, how great Stokely Hathaway is on the mic. They had him on commentary, and he was just as annoying could be. Like nothing he said made me think like, oh man, this guy's a real good talker. Like, Jim Cornette always could just give you that one. Paulie could always just give you that one. You even Slick. I mean, like you had these guys and they just say certain things. I'm listening to this guy on commentary and I'm like, man, get out of here. That guy, this match, they got to do better. I mean, Julia Hart is a TBS champion, and this is the match I think MD was saying that they got to turn the mics down because you could hear them calling the spots, like literally in the ring, and the cameraman is right in their face as they're calling their next spot. And
they shouldn't be talking about the next moves or anything like that. If anything, they should come up with a way to sound like it's talking trash, but it means something else. Like I don't know, man. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt just because I want to say that they might be young still in the game. I know Julia Hart definitely and Sky Blue, they aren't, but here's the thing with AEW. So they'll put Julia Hart and Sky Blue in matches against like a Queen Aminata, Akira Hogan. There's another one I just saw on Collision last week. And they'll have them beat these girls, Red Velvet or Sky Velvet, whatever her name is. They're all these black, and not for nothing, I still have not seen Athena on my television. Like, does she still work for them? Like, what is going on?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but this is this is crazy. But so let's get into the main card. So now this is where it picks up. I love how on commentary, this was funny. I love how on commentary they kept making a note like, oh man, we got a legit sellout. There's over 16,000 people in here. They kept saying it to a point where you knew that it bothers them to hear the talk that their shows are so empty, because they wouldn't keep playing to that they wouldn't keep saying it if it didn't bother them. So that just let me know. Hold on, let me see something. All right, so Bones said he'll be on in a little bit. So yeah, it's just like they play to it. Like they let you know that they're aware of your weaknesses, but we're gonna let you know that we're gonna try to do better instead of just doing better. But I don't know what it is. I really don't know.
Yeah, they shouldn't openly look and make people see that side of them. They should just act like, no, we're bringing the best we can, instead of just constantly just admitting that we're kind of weak in this area.
So you see, MD says Stokely comes off his lame. He does, because when he was in NXT, everybody was saying, "Oh, WWE is wasting him," and "Oh, he's such a great talker and he's such a great manager." He's done nothing. Like I watch him and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, this is the guy, huh?" So let's get into this. Let's get into the card. So the show opens up for the TNT title. The GOAT Christian Cage taking on Daniel Garcia. What did you see this one?
I saw some of it because that's when I kind of came back in. But I watched the highlights of it just to get the gist of the match. I was really hoping that Christian Cage was going to lose, but yeah, you know how that goes. But no, good match. I mean, I thought it was a good match. Decent match, I would say. You said in the pre-show, not the pre-show, but the prediction show, Christian Cage ain't no way losing this match unless it's Edge, which you're right about that. But I don't know. I thought it was fine. Daniel Garcia, he's up and coming. I think good things are coming for him, but I thought it was a fine match.
Yeah, I like Garcia. I don't, obviously what I don't like about him is the dancing gimmick. But I like really good baby face. A lot of fire, but never in this match did I think Christian was going to lose, and that's the problem. Even if
that's what I was hoping he would lose.
Yeah, even if you come into a match and you're like, oh man, I know this guy's gonna win, but then they do something in the match that's gonna make you be like, man, oh my god, he almost did it. The near falls didn't look like near falls. It was just, it to me, this came off as a good just a good match you would have seen on Collision or Dynamite. As a matter of fact, this match wasn't better than the match that Christian and Dustin Rhodes had last month, because y'all know I was raving about, like, I thought that was some of the best wrestling I've seen on TV in a long time. So this match underwhelmed me a little bit, not because anything was bad, but it's like it's every Christian match that I've ever seen since I started watching AEW. Kill switch, Nick Wayne's going to get involved. The funniest part of the match actually was when Nick Wayne's mom was outside of the ring chastising Garcia. She's so much bigger than him. So it's like she was towering over him and pointing her finger at him. And he's just like, he's trying to stand up, but he's a good guy, so he don't want to knock the hell out of her. And she just pointing down at him. And then they just get him, and it was just typical, what do you call them? So the family.
So to your point, like you said, you're watching the match. You never felt like Christian was going to ever really lose this match, but and the near falls weren't there. But you think about like Miz and Gunther, and there was some times legit when Miz made you feel like, oh my God, he might win this.
Yeah,
and they didn't deliver like the Miz did with that one.
I told I told you guys that in the middle of that match, I started to want Miz to win. And everybody knows I love Gunther, but they worked that match so perfect that it made me want Miz to win. So when Gunther beat him, it was like, Gunther, I hate you, but I love you still. Bones, what's up? What's up, Bones? I hope you got a good connection, Bones.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me good?
Okay, good. Yeah, you on the computer, so you sound nice and good.
What's up, Bones?
What's up, Van Cat?
All right. The Wrestling with Reality fans, if y'all don't know Bones, he is one half of the MMA Brothers on Straight Talk MMA, and he is going to join us tonight while MD is taking a much needed day off, enjoying some AEW Dynamite. So we just got into the card, Bones. So, okay, Bones, I want to back up real quick because you're here. I thought this match was terrible. Chris Statlander. Yeah. What is up with these women?
All right, so Julia Hart, the rumor is that she's still not completely healthy and she's nursing an injury, which is why they put her in a tag team match. And also, it's a lot of character development going on because I think that Stokely Hathaway he's playing a part in Willow and Chris Statlander. One of them might turn heel on the other one. That's what it's looking like to me. I'm not sure which one is going to do it, but they're just trying to move along the storyline a little bit. But apparently Julia Hart a little bit hurt though.
All right, well, but she still wasn't good in the first place though. That's what I was trying to say.
But she's a lot better if you watch when she started out with the Varsity Blondes or whatever with Brian Pillman and Griff Garrison a few years ago. She's a lot better than what she was then. She's still not the best, but she's improved a lot though.
Not Julia Hart. Sky Blue. Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Nice Woody. We got to come up with a new name. Nice. Yeah.
But she came a long way too because she was very green and kind of boring in the ring. But she kind of came to the dark side with Julia Hart, and she's a lot better now than what she was.
All right. So what was your thoughts on the opening match, Christian Cage versus Garcia?
Originally, I'm not sure if you know, but it was supposed to be Edge or Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage, but he got concertoed, so he's on the shelf and instead Daniel Garcia, which I thought was better because I didn't want to see a rematch of the same thing again or whatever. So I thought this match was pretty good. Daniel Garcia, he's definitely a rising star. I like how he toned down his dancing a lot. He still do it, but he might do like 1 or 2 little gyrations in that set before. When he first started doing it, he was doing it a little bit too much, So I like the fact that he toned it down and he's more serious now. And I definitely think he's a rising star. Christian, he's the best heel right now in the business going. So I love Christian and what he's doing.
So let me ask both of you guys this, because we got to keep it consistent. If you've seen one Roman Reigns match, you've seen them all. It's getting to a point now where if you see one Christian match, you've seen them all. You know how everyone is going to end. Everyone.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I feel like they got too much going on with the interferences and stuff. Like they don't need Nick Wayne's mom there. They use her to get heat, but it's unnecessary, and I don't feel like she need to be there. Nick Wayne being there, that's pretty cool because he's only 18 years old, so he can use the experience of being with Christian, of that. And Kill Switch, obviously, they see something in him to where they always have to feel like they got to pair him with somebody. So, but yeah, I agree. It's a little bit too much interference is going on.
Christian just need to tone down the wacky endings and the wacky stuff, the shenanigans, and just have a match sometimes. My God, you don't have to have a gimmickal thing going on with everything you do.
Yeah.
You're trying to get heat, you're a heat magnet, whatever, but sometimes it just comes off stupid.
Hey, there's only one heat magnet in the business, baby, and that's Dirty Dom Mysterio. Man, hey, he had the fans cheering for Gunther, man. Like that's how you know when you. Hey, Dom is that dude, man.
So, yeah, but it's a different kind of heat because Christian is like the father to the fatherless, like you hate him kind of heat. Dom, I feel like a lot of marks are just jealous because he was Rhea Ripley,
but they're
not jealous. They just know he's trash.
They know he's not really with her, right?
I know, but still, like how marks are, man.
So I gave this match a 3 out of 5, though. I thought it was a good match. Nothing insulted me. I thought it was really good. I gave this a solid 3 out of 5. This was any run of the mill collision match. It was a solid opener, but I just gave it a 3. I gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I will give it a 3 out of 5 also.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't get to see all this one, Venkat. You only saw the highlights.
No, I was having problems. Oh my God, I was having problems with this.
All right.
This I saw.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I am the guy who notoriously will admit when I'm wrong. And I was wrong about Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston to me represents everything that I hate in a wrestler. Like he doesn't take care of himself, but that Continental Classic made me a fan of his, and then watching the match with him and Moxley and seeing that he's like the everyday man. And MD said famously on the show that Eddie Kingston makes him believe that he could be a wrestler. I thought this match was phenomenal, man. Listen, man, I'm big on storytelling in wrestling. Like you have to tell me a story to make me believe. Everybody knows that Danielson is a billion times better than him in the ring. Everybody knows that. But they told the story of the grit and determination when Danielson hurt his shoulder and Kingston could only use one arm to the point where he was trying to shoulder check him. He got to stop doing those stupid chops, though. Like at this point, it's
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Insulting. But man, listen, I don't have enough good things to say about this match. I thought this was tremendous. But again, this is another one because I predicted Danielson was not going to win this match because he's in the thing now. He's getting ready to leave, so he just wants to he's going to put everybody over. He's going to put everybody over as possible. Like I just thought this was so fantastic, man. The story they told, the brutality where they're just sitting there I'm talking about like woman slaps. I mean, what did Charlie Murphy say? You don't slap a man. If you slap a man, that means that you're ready to die. The slaps that they were getting, I'm glad too that Danielson didn't sell that overhead suplex. He didn't sell the first one, but he sold the second one. That's what took this match down a peg for me. You know that suplex didn't hit, but he still sold it. But in the end, Eddie Kingston does get the win, and I said just fantastic. What do you guys thoughts on this match?
Well, Trevor, what do you think about the handshake and the hesitation for the handshake and whatnot at the end?
I love it because okay, in the heat of the moment, if I'm playing football and we're in the Super Bowl and somebody just beat me for the Super Bowl in a game that could have went anyway, I'm not just going to give you my hand right then and there.
Oh, that's LeBron James mentality.
I'm not going to do. Why would I want to shake your hand after you just took the championship from me?
Because when they're just better than you just shake the man's hand and move on. The guy's just better than you. It's okay.
Kingston wasn't better than Danielson.
Yeah. He was better.
Watched this match and thought that Kingston is better than Danielson.
He came out on top today, so just shake the man's hand.
Hey, Eddie Kingston is one of those wrestlers you can't just watch him once because you won't understand him. You got to watch multiple times to see and get the feel of him. He's a man of the people. You know what I mean? And the story of this match was Kingston. He wanted Bryan's respect because they fought a lot on the indie scenes and they fought in AEW. And for the most part, Danielson always wins. I think Kingston maybe beat him once, but for the most part, Danielson always wins because he is the better wrestler. But Kingston wanted respect from Danielson, and Danielson refused to give it to him, to the point where Danielson literally ran through all of Kingston's idols, like Junior Akiyama and all that kind of stuff. He ran through all his idols and everything just to disrespect them even more. And all Eddie Kingston wanted was just his respect. He just wanted a handshake. That's it. So he basically had to beat it out of Bryan and take him to that limit to get that respect from him,
I thought this match was awesome. And I know Venkat doesn't like to give like half stars, but like I said, that him selling that suplex that didn't hit was so egregious. It took this match from a 4 for me to like a 3.75. I mean, you want to round it up, you could still give it a 4, but I just thought this match was great. This was awesome.
One out of 5. If you feel like it's that great, 1 out of 5.
There's only one match on this card that's getting a 5. But this I thought this match was great. And if you would have opened the show with this, because I'm not gonna crap on this show. There was 2 matches that should have been taken completely off of the show. And if you would have opened with this, so you would have went from a 9-match card to a 7-match card, and the pay-per-view wouldn't be over after midnight.
Ridiculous.
So where I didn't even go to sleep that night because I couldn't fall asleep. So it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah. The All-Star Scramble match shouldn't have been on there.
Yeah. Oh, we get into that one. I'm gonna stick to I'm giving this a 4. This was awesome. I thought this was awesome.
Yeah, so far I agree with you, Trevor. I give it a 4 too.
What'd you give this one, Bankhead?
So I guess I got to fall in line on this one. So I'll go ahead and give it a 4.
Yeah, this match was great, man. If you told me that this was main eventing like Dynamite or Collision, I would have had no problem with it. I'd have been like, all right, I get it. This was awesome. Oh boy. So here we have the next match. So you notice I had to doctor up this picture because They made this match at like the very, very end. So at time of bell ringing, they didn't even have all the competitors on the poster yet. So Venkat will probably be able to see where I made the alterations, but
Yeah, I can't tell. Great work, Trevor. I can't tell.
yeah, you could, if you look close enough, you'll see where I had to make some alterations to it, just because they didn't even have a full match card, right? But you had the All-Star 8-man, which originally was called the Big Meat match, between, which is a terrible name. This is terrible name.
Big meat match.
Between Wardlow, Lance Archer, Brian Cage, and Powerhouse Hobbs, and then somebody get the bright idea to go Jericho.
Well, they should have called it the beefy son of a bitch match. That's what it should have called.
Yeah, that would have worked. Dante Fox, Hook, and this guy that looks like Rey Mysterio.
Hey, Dante Martin.
What? Oh, Dante Martin. What was this mask guy?
Man, this guy is Magnus, and I'll get to him when it's my turn. But go ahead, Trevor.
All right, so I ain't got nothing on this match. I thought this match didn't belong. This match should have been on the pre-show, and for one spot in particular. So you got the 4 original guys who were supposed to be in the match. You got the 4 big beefy guys, which, by the way, not for nothing, they're not that big and beefy. Like when
they're not. No, they're not.
When you look at them 4 guys, I'm like, come on, man.
Right.
That ain't no big beefy son of a bitch match. Like that's not.
They're not even voided out like that. They're not voided out. I like my 80s voided out.
Yeah, Randy Orton is bigger than Lance Archer. Like legit. Randy Orton, if he stood next to Archer, you'd probably be like, oh man, put him in that match. When I'm thinking of big beefy son of a bitches, I'm thinking about like a Bronson Reed, a Ivar, like them big guys like that.
Right, right.
So they're doing the spot in the middle where they're running the ropes, they're doing their clotheslines and everything, and they can't move each other. Fine, I get it.
That was a waste of time.
You're telling the story. You're big. You can't knock you down. Why do these little guys that weigh less than 200 pounds want to get in and mimic the same thing?
Yeah, that was horrible.
And not even that they were mimicking the same thing. It just didn't look good. Jericho and the guy he was paired off with were running the ropes wrong. And it just everything about this match just was sloppy. It just was not good. I ain't got nothing else to say about this.
Well, the biggest thing about the match, though, is like the sequence of it. Like,
yeah,
you just see guys just laying there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, all right, look. So basically,
and then like you could tell, like, okay, this is the next group, and then they just show up, and then they disappear, and then the next group just show up. Like, I just thought it was just a weird type of match to have. It didn't feel spontaneous. It didn't feel wild. Like you just watch a street fight match from the 90s, and like bodies just flying everywhere. People are just constantly in the ring, out of the ring. There's no like. It seemed more like a choreographed sequence of like you 4 for next, and then the you 3 next after that. It just was weird, and the match concept could work, and it probably is a good thing. But they just didn't execute it right, and they probably have way too many people in there. And if you're gonna call a match all-star match, then you should have all-stars.
Oh,
exactly. You know? So you got to have the heavy hitters and the main guys in there to make it be an all-star.
Don't get the F squad in there.
I didn't like how as soon as the match started, within the first 4 minutes, everybody was selling real hard, like on the outside of the ring, as if the match was already 20 minutes in. And they were so hurt, you know what I mean? And then Dante Martin, he had a bad little botch where he missed, and on the apron or whatever. But Tony Khan got this thing where he loves his luchadors, and he got this deal with CMLL. But you can't have Magnus in this match. When I think about Magnus, I think about the guy that's
Nick Aldis.
Yeah, exactly, Nick Aldis. Yeah, and he's not an all-star. He don't deserve to be in this match. Dante Martin, he shouldn't be in this match because we knew he had no chance of winning, So I just thought this match definitely didn't need to be on the show, and you could have took the 20 minutes from this match and gave the women's match another 2 minutes or something like that, or a couple more minutes.
they could have took the 20 minutes from this match and just got rid of it. But wouldn't you use this match to shine Hook up? Shouldn't Hook have been the one that you shined up in this match?
Yeah, and that's another thing too, that they're telling his story with Wardlow, where he cut this promo, and he's supposed to be on the rise and everything, and now he's the number one contender for the belt, and I feel like they're gonna push Swerve to the side when he should be getting. I think he should be the next champion. I don't think he should have won at this pay-per-view, but I think he should win at the next pay-per-view though.
What's up, Nerobomb? Yeah, I didn't like this. Like I said, I would have shined Hook up against because all those guys were much bigger than Hook. I would have had him go in there and just destroy those guys. But when
you're saying Hook destroy those guys?
I mean, hey, after that match with Samoa Joe, like I'm good. I'm good.
That's not believable at all. Not even a little bit.
Wait a minute, but you were okay with him going toe to toe with Samoa Joe?
Nah, I'm not. I'm just saying that's like Dawson versus Zangief. It don't make sense to me. He's small as hell. I don't know how he's gonna beat these beat up guys.
He's
like real micro small, and then you got these. You know, I'm not saying they're the Road Warriors, but they're way bigger than him. And it's multiple guys that's bigger than him. I don't know, man.
I don't think, because to me these guys, I mean, okay, where's Miro? They couldn't pull Miro off the couch.
Oh, that would have been great. Miro should be in this match. I was thinking that when I was watching. I'm like, All-Star, and they got big guys in there. Miro should be in here.
Where's Brody King?
There you go.
Where's Black? Like you want to talk about All-Stars? I'm telling you names. Oh, Miro is injured. How is Miro injured?
That's crazy, bro.
Then the last time we saw him, he was wrestling the guy.
He was in a terrible feud over his wife. That's not really his wife in the storyline. It didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
Man, you got to be kidding.
Why is Chris Jericho still coming on TV right now?
Exactly.
Like they should be hiding this guy.
Hey, Van Cat, with the allegations that Vince got going on, Jericho could still slide up under the radar.
I didn't like this match. Wardlow won because of the story that they're telling, and God forbid, Adam Cole doesn't look like he'll ever be healed. So
that guy, look, he's broken for life.
So somebody in his faction is now they got a title shot.
Hey,
I get his match a 2 just because I don't want to completely crap on it, but I just give it a 2 because it wasn't hitting it for me.
Hey Trevor, Trevor, real quick, Adam Cole 2 weeks in a row, when this faction first started, the Undisputed Kingdom, he cut a promo saying that Wardlow is going to win the belt and then give the belt to Adam Cole. So
yeah, that's the story that they're running with. But if Wardlow beats Samoa Joe, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, Samoa Joe should not be losing to him, man. Samoa Joe needs to have a nice little run,
and then lose to Swerve.
If Wardlow,
I don't mind that down the road.
If Wardlow beats Samoa Joe for the title, they could give it to Adam Cole. They could give it to Nat King Cole for all I care. it ain't nah, bro. No, Yeah, I didn't like this at all. So
think about it like this. So Samoa Joe won the title, and then if he was an afterthought as they did that whole thing with Adam Cole and with the devil and all that stuff. So that took away a thunder of him winning it, right? So now here's the first big event of the year since he won the championship. And now he's not in the main event. Yeah, he took a backseat. I mean, I get it, Sting and whatnot, but he was not in the main event as the world champion. And then he had a 3-way match, which further takes away attention from him as well. So Samoa Joe hasn't had that I'm the man type moment yet. He's a champion, but it's like champion by default, not like, he hasn't really had that oomph yet. So I don't know. Samoa Joe needs his moment. He needs to be a feared, devastating, kind of like TNA days, where he was just beating everybody's ass. My God.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe needs to be that guy.
So, Bones, what was your ranking on this match?
2 out of 5.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so we are pretty much jobber. So full transparency, I thought that this match was gonna slap. I hated this match. MD saying it's taking longer to get in here than it was driving here. So MD, are you saying the building is packed? Is that what you're saying? I hated this match. I think
Wait a minute. Hate is a strong word there.
Yeah, I hated this match.
This match was not bad at all. I actually like this match a lot.
They made Orange Cassidy look like a bum, and only because they're building this stupid behind faction where they want them to have all the titles. It was too and I like Roderick Strong. The Messiah of the Backbreakers. I like Roderick Strong, but
I love that technique of him. He kept going back to it. I just love that.
Yeah.
Like every little thing, he punished Orange Cassidy every time. Just when you thought he was going to do something, boom, it just turned into another back maneuver. I thought that was a hell of a strategy. I love that, man. And Orange Cassidy had his moments in the match as well. So I don't know. I just thought he was good.
This was a long time coming because Orange Cassidy been getting beat up over the past couple of weeks, fighting this person and that person. So it was a story leading up to this, and he was already coming into it a little bit banged up a little bit. And Roderick Strong was serious in this match. He wasn't doing that whole Adam thing and being all goofy and stuff like that. He came into this match real serious and with a game plan, just basically to destroy Orange Cassidy back, and he just thrashed him. And I loved it. I like this match.
And the innovative ways he was hitting those back moves, man.
Yes,
it was nice. That was a nice execution, man.
Roddy,
you just gotta shake that guy hand, man. He was good, man.
Roderick
Strong was good.
Because he haven't had a match like this in a long time, since like early NXT days. So he needed this match to show that he still got it.
Yeah, I don't think Orange Cassidy loses anything for that. He was clearly not 100%, and he's been a fighting champion all this time, all these title defenses. I mean, that was the right thing to do. I thought the match was really good, man. I really liked this match.
Me too.
All right, so what do y'all before the surprise at the end? Well, let me just do that so we can give our rating on this. So Roderick Strong wins the match. He's a new international champion, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, this this guy with these tremendous bags under his eye and his wild hair comes out of the ring. Oh my God, is Kyle O'Reilly finally back? I thought Kyle O'Reilly was never going to be able to wrestle again. So if he's cleared, then that is 100% awesome, because I love Kyle O'Reilly in NXT. But from what I heard, that they were fearing that he would never wrestle again. They offered to give him the shirt. He didn't accept it, but he did hug Strong. And so now it looks like he'll probably be joining this United Kingdom or whatever they call themselves. Oh, yeah. Now Nerdbomb saying they're setting up for Kyle versus Roddy for the title in Vancouver. Okay.
I think eventually KO, Kyle O'Reilly, is going to come to their side, though, eventually. I was very happy to see him back. I didn't expect to ever see him wrestle again or be, in a ring again. So I was very happy to see him back. Overall, I guess 3 out of 5.
What'd you get as, Venkat?
I'm giving this a 4 because I was just very pleased with it. I like this strategy. It feels like whenever you can make me feel like I'm watching a competitive struggle, I'm good with that, man. So I was very pleased with the match.
So I'm not going to give it a 2 because I get it. I like Roderick Strong. I think he's boring, but I really like him. You know what Roderick Strong is? Roderick Strong is a Dan Severn. He's just a go in there, take care of business, and win type guy. I think I've gotten spoiled with Orange Cassidy's shtick so much that when I see it getting cut off every minute, it's just, to me, it's just like, oh man, give me what I want. I pay my money to watch an Orange Cassidy match to see him beat Orange Cassidy, not to see him get the hell beat out of him. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a 3. I'm not gonna bury it. I'll give it a 3.
I mean, it just seems like Roderick Strong did his homework, watched matches of, if you're taking it in a real way, it's what should happen. A guy shouldn't be able to just do the same thing, Hulk Hogan, over and over and over and over, and nobody ever realized, okay, he's going to go do this, but for some reason, he always gets to do what he does. And I mean, I like it. It just felt there's a little bit of realism behind it, and it's not insulting my intelligence. That's the most important thing. When wrestling insults my intelligence, that's when I can't handle it.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me before we even get into this, you had FTR, the greatest tag team in wrestling, taking on Claudio and John Moxley, who they tried. I give them credit for coming out with their Road Warrior spikes. I get it. You're not the Road Warriors, but I get it. So you get a B+ for that effort, but y'all get an A for this match, because this, man, let me tell you, man, when tag team wrestling is done right, there's nothing better than that. I don't care. I could just remind of a lot of fantastic matches that I've seen in my life have been tag team wrestling matches. The way they work the hot tags, and the Revival are so good with that. I love how FTR, I love how they cut them off when they tried to do the Power and Glory spot. Normally, Moxley is the one that bleeds all over the entire arena, but it was Hardwood that got busted open. I mean, oh my goodness, he's just leaking all over the place, and Moxley just smelling blood in the water. And they're just, I mean, they're just going at it.
Moxley bit his head, for God's sake. What is that?
Yes.
What the hell is that?
That's nasty. They got to stop doing that. But I love the fact that Moxley put that bulldog choke and he just choked him out, because that Death Rider does not look good. So I'm glad he didn't win with the Death Rider. But that bulldog choke and Hardwood to just faint, I love that type of ending, because it's like, man, if I had a little bit more gas in me, I would have kept going. But I mean, I thought this match was phenomenal. Tag team wrestling. I could put FTR, I'm telling you right now, March 6th, 2024, FTR is already my tag team of the year. Already. And we ain't even got
this guy is biased. He is biased. Hey, but you notice something here. So, what we talked about with Christian earlier, right? With Christian, his match would have been involved with a bunch of theatrics and gimmicks and people running in and people showing up and all this nonsense. This match is straight meat and potatoes. There's no thrills. They just went right down to business. And that right there, you can never get better than that. You can try all the gimmicks you want to, but when you're just going down, just hardcore, just wrestling, and then they had a legitimate ending, not some weird Starcade 897 type deals. They have a legitimate ending. That's always a great payoff for the audience.
So Nurbomb's saying, put that back up. I honestly didn't rate this match highly, but thinking about it after, it was because FTR raised the bar so high. Yeah. Hey, because Nurbomb, I don't think that this was better than FTR versus the Golden Bullet Club, or whatever they call themselves.
Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah, from Collision. I thought that was the best wrestling match I've seen in years. That match, and that was a TV match. So I get what you're saying. FTR is. Hey, Venkat, did you hear what I was saying with them when did you listen to the music when they? Oh, speaking of music, so I did. So FTR comes out to a blatant rip off of the Midnight Express's music. I mean, if you know, if you know, then you know, because you know what to listen for. But speaking of rip off, so you know John Moxley comes out the Wild Thing. So when they're doing the Wild Thing, they, if you listen closely, every time she said Wild Thing, you would hear that dun, dun, and then they had to cut it off. They were splicing Iron Man in with Wild Thing. Iron Man is the Road Warriors original theme. I just thought it was one of those things. I had to go back and I was like, wait a minute, is this really what I'm hearing? They absolutely were, but they could only play that one string, because if they didn't, then you know they're gonna have to get some copyright infringement. But I thought this match was phenomenal, man. What y'all had on this one? I give this a 4.5, only because I can't.
There's no in betweens.
I can't give it a 5.
It's either a 4 or a 5.
Well, I'll give it a 4 then, because only one match getting a 5 tonight.
Wait, well, hold on now. You sound like those customers. What do you think you won't give them? If they do the work, they should get rewarded for the 5.
Well, as great as I thought this was, I put this in the Danielson and Eddie Kingston. I put this in the Danielson and Eddie Kingston category. If those matches were by themselves, then yeah. But when you saw what came up later, it literally makes you go reevaluate everything.
Hey,
but so far, all I've given out is 4s, with the exception of the All-Star matches. I thought that stunk.
Hey, can we take the time to appreciate Claudio as a tag team wrestler? I mean, because look at what he did with DeBar and Sheamus. Look at what he did with Jack Swagger. That was a good tag team. And look at what he's doing with the BCC. You know, he's very underrated as a tag team wrestler. I gave this match a 5 out of 5, and this was MD.
Our roving, what is it? Roving or Roman? Our Roman reporter is reporting live from AEW Dynamite. What's up, MD?
Reporting to you live. What's happening, man? So, all right, I'm gonna do my best to try to give you an outlook at what's going on now. They got Ring of Honor going on right now. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, we're gonna put you on the big solo screen by yourself.
All right, hold on, give me a second. Let me see how to work the camera. I don't think I can turn the camera around. I don't know. Hold on. Give me a second.
All right, while MD is getting the camera work. Hey, see,
MD's our Craig Sager for the NBA. Sideline reporter.
He close.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's really nice.
Oh, you might get Moxley's blood on you.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's some good seats right there. Damn.
Oh man.
All right, so again, so this is the main crowd here. It's filling in, as you can see.
Yeah,
but also as you can see.
Yeah, but look on
that side.
Look on that other side.
That's the hard camera side.
Hey, MD, zoom in on it. Zoom in on it.
Tell that guy get his.
Let me see if I can.
Give me a zoom in on that side.
Hey, does she not have a shirt on? What's going on there? What? Like, what's going on?
Is that better?
Yeah,
I think it's zoomed. Yeah, I zoomed in a little bit.
I want to see the empty seats.
No, MD ain't gonna
zoom in on the empty seats.
Oh, that's empty. So the floor level is completely full, but the mid and upper decks are as empty as they want to be.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, hey, so what? How much money they got out of you for merch this time?
I haven't spent any money. I just walked straight in. I spent too much money for these damn tickets. I walked straight in and sat down. I ain't spending no money tonight. Hell, I might get something to drink. That's not it. I might get something to drink. And I don't even know if I want to do that. I should have snuck some. I should have snuck a Coke in or something. Is what I should have did.
Nirvana telling you to rush to the ring.
Hell, I might as well. I'm about to interfere in this Ring of Honor match right now. That's how much I damn pay. Hey, but you see, they got the new setup.
Yeah.
They got the new setup on the stage. Hold on. Yeah, they got the new setup on the stage now. Let me show. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see.
Man, you got some good you got some good. Hold on, let me. You got some really good seats though.
Yeah. Right here in the front, right here at the ringside, in the corner. I'm good with it. I'm right here at the ring. I just want to see Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher tonight. Pretty much, that's it. I just want to see the Ospreay match.
I forgot that's probably gonna be the main event tonight.
Yeah.
And Okada might show up.
Yeah, I've been hearing buzzings about. Yeah, I've been hearing about that. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you pick. Hey man,
Blue Thunderball.
Yeah, if you can check back in with us.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I'll be back. Hell, I'm chilling right now. They got Ring of Honor going on. I'm kicking it, man.
All right, well, yeah, man.
I don't know none of these people.
Yeah, we just going through these matches. Where am I hearing this noise from?
Maybe we'll get a Athena sighting. It's Ring of Honor, so I don't know. Maybe.
I would hope so. I mean, it ain't like you can see her anywhere else. I mean, my goodness, you got that woman as your champion, and she never gets on TV, man. So Bones, you gave this match a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, 5 stars definitely. I just thought the tag team chemistry and the way they played off of each other was real cool. And I didn't expect for the BCC to win. I thought FTR was going to win.
Yeah, I thought this was awesome. Venkat, what do you give this one?
All right, I'm going to give it also a 4. Yep, going over. I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah, I thought I don't know when the next time you'll see a tag match this good. And I'm saying that just and y'all see all this praise I'm heaping on Moxley because when he's not doing the garbage stuff, he's like legit. I mean, he just looks like a guy that just goes in there to get the fight. Like it's just.
Hey, I love when Claudio does his swing into Moxley doing the drop kick. That's so.
Yeah,
that's so
Moxley almost missed that one though. That was.
Hey, but you see, he had to time it real right. Though. Yeah. He was sitting there waiting.
Yeah, you sitting there watching him try to time it. And commentary like, yeah, well, he normally gets his. You got to time it just right, and then he goes with the kick. I'm like, all right, because if you would have missed that, you'd have looked like a real fool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get on to the next match you had for the AEW Women's title. You had Timeless Toni Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo. So I didn't think this was bad. I didn't think it was bad. I love the backstory, especially with the whole matching tattoo thing. That's fantastic to see Toni Storm get that tattoo covered up. That's like dedication to the storyline. I just think that there was a gear that this match was supposed to go to, and it just never got there.
I would agree with that, Trevor. I would definitely agree with that. This match, people feel like they should have gotten a little bit more, and they didn't. I mean, it's not like you said. It's not bad. It's not a bad match. It just didn't live up to its full potential.
They dropped the ball big time on this match because you got Sasha coming in, and we've been crapping on Tony Khan lately as far as the hardcore AEW fans about the women's division, and this was the first match that they had a good story for in a long time, and when it came down to them getting in the ring, they just under-delivered, and it was very disappointing. And I think they only got like 8 minutes, maybe that's it. This match was very underwhelming.
All the more reason why they should have cut the take down a little bit
Yeah.
because too many matches.
You said that All-Star match was 20 minutes?
Yeah, that All-Star match was 20 minutes, and this was, I think, 8 minutes, I believe.
They gave this match 8 minutes?
I believe it was 8 minutes. No more than 10. I believe it was 8 minutes, though. 7 to 8 minutes.
That's terrible. That's like come on, man. Tony Storm is probably the best character they got on the roster.
That's why I say big time as a hardcore AEW fan, this match, not that the ring work was the worst, but this was the most probably disappointing match on the card because I expected more. And Deanna is supposed to be one of the best technical female wrestlers in the company and stuff. So it was very, very disappointing, man. Very disappointing. And he actually had a good story too. And it just went to waste.
And Tony Storm beat her like flat out, so there ain't no need for no rematch.
Yep.
But what I did like though is that they had that other girl who's with her. What's her name? Mariah.
Oh, Mariah May. Yeah, the entrance was pretty fire.
Had her come out as the old Tony Storm.
Yep.
I like that. That was a good touch. But yeah, to me, this match, I give this match just a 3, just because it's like it never got it. If there was a gear that it was supposed to get to, and it just never got there.
I give it a 2.
Oh wow!
Damn, Bones ain't playing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was expecting so much from that Tony Storm Gianna Perazo match. I was expecting so much. I'm so disappointed.
Would you agree with the 2 that Bones just gave the match?
I give it a 2 based off the expectation that it had. Yeah, so yeah, I agree.
Wow.
But y'all gotta understand, this was the biggest storyline of all the women's matches that they had probably in the history of AEW. Besides Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, this was the biggest story that they had. You got a new signing coming in, and you're supposed to be putting on the show, and you got Sasha coming in apparently, and this was just a bad outlook, you know.
Hey, has Thunder Rosa came back yet? Has she wrestled yet?
She been beating up on her fill of black women on Collision.
Yeah.
she just beat this black woman on Saturday night. I sent you guys a picture of her. My goodness, was that woman put together? I had never seen her before.
Yeah. Oh, Thunder Rosa?
No, man. The other girl.
Oh.
Yeah, I was on Bones.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to agree with Trevor though. I'm giving it a 3. I like Tony Storm. Timeless, especially this Timeless Tony Storm. I just think it's the funniest thing ever. And she just plays it so well. So that part alone is just entertaining enough for me to get, a good mark for me. The match, I know it's not what everybody wanted or would have liked, but it wasn't a train wreck and it wasn't trash. So.
But the thing people talking about the most with this match was the entrance of Mariah May. That's what people talking about the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you. I don't ever want to be the voice of reason on the show when it comes to AEW. But I'm shocked that Bones would give it a 2. Like that's more so what I'm shocked about. But I get it. Like when you get these matches, it's like Venkat and his Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns hate. It's like the way it was built up and what it delivered. I get why he had the way that he did. So I get it. I mean, it's just me looking at it. My only question now is where does Deanna go? Because with Sasha coming in, who the hell is Sasha going to feud with?
Serena Deeb, because Serena Deeb caught a promo saying that she's the final boss and this, that, the other. So we're expecting Serena Deeb to feud with Sasha Banks.
Because I know Mike mentioned Britt Baker, but I don't want to see a Sasha Banks and Britt Baker, man. I mean, because they'll end up killing each other. I mean, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one too.
I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I'm good with that. So, all right, well, moving on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip this match because I took notes for this match. I watched this match twice. I had to go back and watch this to make sure that I loved it as much as I did. So we're going to skip this. We're going to go to the world title match. Then we'll come back to this. So, man, look at all them highlights. So for the AEW World Heavyweight title, they were in a terrible position. If you were only going to give the women 8 minutes, then the women's match should have followed the Takeshita and Osprey, because obviously the women's match was disappointing to most, so they wouldn't have cared if they put them in that death spot. But you have Hangman Adam Page, Swerve Strickland versus the AEW World Champion Samoa Joe in a match that I thought was good, but it suffered from what it had to follow. Like that's the best that I could say about it. Swerve was getting ready to win. There was a little shenanigans. Swerve and Nana gave each other that look. This is what I've been saying. Nana is going to turn on him very soon. And it's just like Hangman ended up getting choked out. Yeah, he got choked out, right? Yeah, he got choked out. And Samoa Joe retains the AEW title. In a good match. I thought it was good. It just was a terrible spot, and I'm tired of seeing triple threats.
Hey, I like how at the end, if you notice the position, Hangman tapped right in front of Swerve, and you can kind of read more into it. Hangman's main goal of this match was to make sure Swerve didn't win. His main goal wasn't to win the belt for himself. His main goal was to make sure that Swerve didn't win. Everybody, like Swerve's main goal was to win the match. Joe's main goal was to retain his belt. But Hangman's sole purpose was to make sure that Swerve didn't win this match. It was rumored that he's going to be taking some time off, and that's why they had him just destroying the referees and hitting the referees in the back of the head and stuff like that. Excalibur. Oh, I can't hear you, Trevor. I think you muted.
Yeah, what was that? Him beating up on the referees twice? Like what?
Yeah, I think they did that because they're gonna suspend him, and he's gonna be going away for a couple months. Apparently, he got some personal family issues. Hopefully, everything is all right with him. So he probably they said he's gonna be going away for a few months, so that's why they did that, because he's gonna get suspended basically.
Venkat, what you had on this match? I know Samoa Joe, your boy, so I know you were happy with the outcome. Uh-oh. Venkat, unmute yourself. Or did he step away?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. This is one of the matches I did not see because at this point I checked out and went to sleep. This show was too late, man. Too late.
Yeah.
I didn't get to. I pretty much when Will Ospreay them was going to wrestle, that's when I went to sleep.
Yeah, this was a good match, man. Like I don't want to come off like I'm crapping on it. The match was I thought it was really good. It was in a terrible position, and I think it would have been better one-on-one. And you had if Swerve was going to win or lose, it would have been better one-on-one. But I get why Hangman was in it because he was there to take the fall. But I just think it oh my goodness, who's giving it a no sell?
No, that's my mistake. My hand hit.
Oh, I gotta give this like a 3. I mean, I can't. I want to give it higher.
A 3.
Yeah, I want to give it higher, but it was just this was another one that didn't seem like it was another gear that it was supposed to get to, but it didn't seem like it got there.
So is this Triple H versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania after The Rock and Hogan?
God, that match probably was better than I remember it being. But following that Rock Hogan, you could have put anything out there, and I wouldn't have paid attention to it. So yeah, that's a perfect analogy. Absolutely.
Yeah, I give it a 3 out of 5 too. It was a terrible slot. They should have put like a promo or something, man. But yeah, this was a bad spot for it. And I'm just worried that Swerve is not going to get pushed to the side because AEW has a habit of building up stars, and then they give them a title shot, and then they just fall off after that. All our Ricky Starks, all our Hook, I can keep going.
Jay White.
Jay White, yeah.
MD, what did you have on this match? All right, he probably God, he probably listening to the show. All right, so let's go one back. Oh, there he is. MD, what did you have on this match?
I can't hear you. They about to start Dynamite.
Oh, okay. All right. Do they do a pyro show?
Yeah, they do. Oh yeah.
All right, so let's I went too far back. I went way too far back. All right. So let's get into this. Oh my goodness. So Will Ospreay versus how you say his name? Kanuska Takeshita?
Kanose Takeshka.
Kanose Kateshka. And in my notes, I wrote this. I spelled this guy's name wrong like 50 times. Wait, I think they're going live. I want to hear how they open their show. Hit unmute, MD. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. MD, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Oh, MD, unmute yourself.
That'd be wild.
Get on slow. Yeah, slow.
Oh, so Swerve is up. We can't hear you, MD. Oh man. Oh.
It just gotta go like on the blooper reel or something like that.
Oh man, that's perfect.
I don't think he knows that he's muted though.
Yeah, he probably doesn't know.
Oh man, so that's Nana? Yeah, that's Nana in the ring.
Well, it's probably best that he is muted because remember that's copyrighted music.
Oh yeah, you know how they are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it was WWE, I know for sure they'll try to mess with us, but all right, well, yeah, he's muted, but we'll let me take him off the solo screen. I didn't realize that he's muted. So, all right, Bones, I gotta try to let my voice get back together. So, this match, my goodness, Will Ospreay versus Takeshita. I thought that this was everything. I said in the prediction show, I said that this was going to be the match of the night. I said this is probably going to end up going in the match of the year folder. Guess what? It absolutely went in my match of the year folder. It absolutely was match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Bones, take it away because I got some notes on this, but I got to try to let my voice get back good.
Man, going into this match, I was kind of it didn't really have a good story because they're both in the same faction, the Don Callis family, and it was no story to it at all. Don Callis just came out and said, "Hey, these two are fighting each other. We got no promo, no build to it, whatever." So the match started. Will Ospreay interest was pretty fired. The crowd was live with him, chanting his music and everything. I always say this: nobody hits the ropes harder than Takeshita. When he hits the ropes, it's so fast and impactful, and it's like he got so much momentum. It's crazy. Man, the spot of this match was probably when Takeshita was on the turnbuckle and he did what was like a suplex on the turnbuckle.
The brain buster onto the turnbuckle.
It was nasty. It was so nasty to the point where like everybody who watched it at that moment just stopped in silence because you was like, oh shit, like what just happened? You know what I'm saying? And the welt and the bruise that Ospreay had on his back, on his lower back, was crazy. It was no interference in this match. It was pure technical. I'm not a huge fan of the no cells, and I know Trevor, you're not either, but it worked for this match in my opinion. They just couldn't put each other away, and it was just insane. I already got much more to say, but this is definitely match of the year for me. 5.5 stars. I can't just give it 5 stars. I got to give it 5.5 stars, and it got to be match of the year so far. We only in March, and this is match of the year, and I'm pretty confident that there's not going to be another match of the year unless it's Will Ospreay. I mean, he might have another match of the year for the next pay-per-view or whatever, but yeah, man, this match was insane. The Styles Clash, he put out the Styles Clash. I thought that was pretty cool. He tried hitting the Oz Cutter a couple times, and I think on the third or fourth time he finally got it. And they both just showed will and just heart.
Venkat, what do you have on this match?
Well, I will say that Takeshita lost the match, but you got to feel like his stock went up. His stock definitely has to be up now. I didn't realize he was at this kind of level, but I thought he was pretty good wrestler. I didn't know he was this level good wrestler. So hey, much respect to both of them. I mean, to raise the level like this, it didn't have to be a Kenny Omega. Will Ospreay was able to dance with someone else in AEW, so that's great. So hopefully Takeshita will get like more notoriety and recognition in AEW and possibly world title consideration down the road, because this proves that he's ready to go.
Man, I'm gonna say this. And you're right, Bones. I don't like the no sell matches. You know that when you're hitting a guy with But here's the thing. So I think the difference with that is don't hit me with 6 spears. Don't hit me with 5 one-wing angels or 10 rainmakers. Don't hit me with all these moves. Don't hit me with 4 Cody cutters Cody crossroads. Don't hit me with all those moves. So the no selling in this match to me was more so like, because I play Street Fighter, was more so like, hey, I'm hitting you with everything I got, but you still got that power button up over there. So you're not dead yet. So I know you're going to fire back up. Let me just go over what I had written on this, because again, I had to watch this again because I couldn't believe that I was about to give a match this rating that I'm about to give this match. So as the match starts and both men are jockeying for positions, so they both in there doing their thing. Ospreay gains the advantage with a head scissors takedown. Both men trade chops and elbow strikes, like some of the most vicious chops and elbow strikes. My goodness. Takeshita hits a superplex to Ospreay, then works a headlock. Takeshita with the top rope senton into a dragon sleeper and some brutal forearms. Takeshita's combination pattern is something that is insane. And MD I know Bones used to mention Takeshita to me all the time, but MD is so big on him. Oh my goodness. What made me go crazy about him is that match with him and Darby Allin a couple of weeks ago. So Ospreay delivers some chops into a springboard overhead kick, then a springboard crossbody to the outside. So as I'm reading this, these guys are doing this in succession. It ain't like no, I'm gonna hit a move, I'm gonna wait a minute. They like one springboard. I'm like, oh my goodness. Takeshita lands a wicked rolling German. Oh, those rolling Germans are the best from him. Ospreay does a Matrix style run up against Takeshita. So I can't even explain what he did.
Yeah. Yes.
Ospreay runs up the guy and flips
chest,
back.
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, he literally runs up his chest like he's doing parkour, like he's running up a wall and then backflips.
That's what it is, parkour.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes.
What?
Yes, that was nasty.
And then he lands a kick to the back of the head. Takeshita no sells and delivers another rolling German. Ospreay lands a standing Spanish fly with the speed of I've only seen Sin Cara move that fast. The way he did that standing Spanish fly. And now both men are destroying each other with forearms. They were brutal with those forearms. So Ospreay lands a devastating roaring elbow, and now Takeshita is having convulsions. So I love that spot that he was beating the hell out of Takeshita so bad that Takeshita was doing the tour on the floor, like literally throwing up signs. I'm like, oh my God, something's wrong with him. Then Takeshita somehow gets up. He gets up on his wobbly legs, comes back with another elbow. Ospreay is on wobbly legs. Takeshita delivers even more brutal elbow that I thought just knocked him completely out. Ospreay goes for the Os cutter unsuccessfully, but then he lands it after. Ospreay goes for a Hurricane Rana but misses. Takeshita hits a brain buster from the top rope into the turnbuckle. And I just wrote on here, in the words of Joey Styles, oh my God. Ospreay has a nasty contusion on his back. Takeshita wipes him out with a knee strike for a 2 count. Takeshita goes for a knee strike with the bare knee. I love how commentary was saying, hey, he's about to end his career hitting him bone on bone because he's desperate. Ospreay blocks it into a stunt dog millionaire. So listen to this succession now. This is exactly how this happened. I wish we could play video. Takeshita goes for this knee strike. Ospreay blocks it with his 2 hands, flips into a stunt dog millionaire, which is a modified stunner, into a poison Rana, a standing Hurricane Rana from behind. And I just wrote, yes, he actually did that. How? But it ain't over. Takeshita hits him with a modified tombstone into a wheelbarrow suplex. What? Like Ospreay no sells it. Ospreay just gets right up, no sells it, then nails him with this flying backhand elbow. Takeshita kicks out at 1. He's like, hey, man, this ain't over. We're going to fight forever. And by this time, the crowd is like losing it. The crowd is telling them, fight forever, fight forever. Double roll. So both men get in position, land double rolling elbow strikes. Takeshita goes for the flying knee strike and then that gets countered into a Styles clash. Oh my God. Ospreay hits the nastiest Tiger Driver 91 and dumps Takeshita right on his head. Tyler Bate does the Tiger Driver. I didn't know what the Tiger Driver is really supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Until I saw the one that Ospreay hit. Elbow strike to the back of the neck for the 1, 2, 3. My goodness, this match gets 6 stars. 6.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
6 stars. This match is, if you ever just want to, if you want to put if you want to turn off the time limit on your game, you want to take all the rules out on your game, and you just want to tell 2 guys, hey, I'm giving you 30 minutes. I want you to go in there and kill each other. Try to kill each other, but just don't make it look like you're really killing each other. Then there you go. Bro, I thought it was phenomenal. Like, I don't know. Now, the only thing I will say is after all that stuff he hit Takeshita with, for him to finish him just with the elbow to the back of the head, I mean, I get it. I would have probably liked to see him put him away with something more brutal, but hey, he wasn't losing no points for me for that.
Hey, as MMA fighters, man, our elbow to the back of the head is pretty vicious, especially full speed like that too. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So Trevor, I guess 6 stars would have to be excellent status.
Hey,
I'm gonna have to make it excellent.
So is this the highest rated match in the show's history?
Probably.
Yeah, it gotta be.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Wow.
I think I gave the Bullet Club Gold and the FTR. I gave that 5.
Yep.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, this you can't. No, this was too good. Like I can't pride myself as being a real wrestling fan and not enjoy this. I went back and watched this twice. I was watching this while y'all was doing Tape Fist Politics last night. So in the middle of me doing everything else, so I'm listening to Tape Fist Politics. I'm doing this. I'm taking notes. I'm setting up debates. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm doing all this stuff. By the way, speaking of Tape Fist Politics, y'all make sure and tune in to Tape Fist Politics every Tuesday. Last night they did the siege on Haiti. I didn't even know something was going on in Haiti. See, you learn something new every time.
Either.
I don't like how I'm gonna get on Van Cat because I don't like how they let Jeremy just skate by on them, but it's all good because
What do you mean by skate by though?
If it was me saying some of that stuff Jeremy was saying, y'all would have been like, oh my goodness. y'all would have been first of all, y'all would have been cutting me off like nobody's business. But then second of all, so Jeremy basically went when MD asked him the question about a theocracy, and he kept skating, and nobody would press him. That's why I threw the example in the chat, and I'm like, say, would he prefer like a kingdom like David? He would have knew exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, but y'all tune in.
Hey, that's why we gotta have you on there, Trevor. We gotta have you on there.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
I'm back there listening. I'm like, man, they letting Jeremy just skate. But he is solid though. He'll come on. He can, because when I told him, I was like, hey man, you know when you said that thing about voting, you made everybody's antennas go up. He was like, oh no, I'll come on and defend it next week. I'm like, all right, cool. So, oh man, so now they got Samoa.
Cool. Yeah, they got him tagging. They got Joe and Swerve tagging against the Kingdom.
Yeah, so now we see, as close as you are, MD, you could have had that WWR sign, and we probably would have saw you.
Hey, you know what? I thought about it because I wore my political proper hat that I got done a couple of weeks ago. I thought about it. I was like, can I have a sign like right here? You know, like the damn event staff guy looking at me. I'm like, I started dancing. I guess he thought I was gonna get too close. I'm like, man, chill out, man. I'm good. So I don't know, man. We'll see, man. Like I said, I'm coming to Collision tomorrow night. So who knows?
So Nirvana said he sees you on TV. I mean,
okay.
You close to me.
I'm right. I'm right here. I don't know if you can see. I'm right here in the ring. Like it's there. I can see. I'm right in the corner. I can still get the mock. I can get the mock treatment because you got to come right by here. I guess just like last time.
Man, you are like, bro, you got like the best seat. Like you got the best seat though, because you don't have nobody obstructing you the way they got you. You got a clear path in the corners. Hey, real quick, MD, what did you give this Ospreay to Kessler match?
I listed as my first match of the year candidate. I give it a 5. If I could give it more, I give it more. Now I know you said something about the time. I didn't have no issue with the time because it was high impact the whole way through. So I don't have no issue with it. It wasn't drawn out. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I love this, man. I gave this a 6.
Well, I'll give it a 6 there. Hell, I'll give it a 7. This is match of the year. At this moment, it's match of the year. Point blank, period.
Yeah. and I'm gonna go on record. See, I'm gonna go on record just to show y'all nothing coming out of WrestleMania is gonna touch this. There you go. I said it.
So they don't have anybody on their roster that can do this.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. They just
they don't have any. There's nobody on their roster.
They won't let them.
Hey, wait, Venkat. If you take like Shinsuke and AJ Styles, they can do something like this.
No, it's still one. They will not do stuff like this.
Bones, he don't know. He don't know that they. He don't know, Bones.
I don't know about AJ Styles. I have no clue who AJ Styles is.
Bones is fruitless.
Hey, Venkat, they can do it. It's just their producers won't allow them to do it.
Let them do it.
Yeah, they can do it.
Matches, you crazy?
Hey, Escobar.
Hey, nobody on that roster could do that stuff that they did.
That's not true.
They're not going to give them the time in WWE to do that. That's what I'm saying, Venkat. They're not going to give them the time. They're not going to give them the time.
When the last time we've seen WWE do something?
They don't because they don't do that style. But that's why I didn't want to say it. I was doing it to show you guys how unbiased I am. But I knew Venkat was going to turn it into something ridiculous. By that statement, Venkat said that nobody on WWE's roster
have a
match like this. So Venkat must have never watched Gunther versus Dragunov. He must have never watched
Shinsuke
versus Nakamura versus Zayn. He must have never watched Neville versus Zayn. You probably never watched Claudio versus Zayn. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why sometimes when you say these things, I try to hurry up and move on because I can tell you don't watch as much of this as we do. I know that. You real busy. I know.
No,
It ain't a
I'm
knock
just
on
not
you
seeing anybody doing that type of
because
stuff.
they don't allow them to do these type of moves. They don't
Hence the
allow them to
words,
do
they ain't
this.
got nobody that can do it.
So Ricochet can't have a match like this?
Nope.
All right, we move it. So Ricochet is the one. Ricochet is the one that caused Vader to want to wrestle Ospreay because of the match that him and Ospreay had doing this type of stuff. Come on, man! Like, what are you talking about? All right, so let's get to the main event. We might actually be done in 2 hours finally. And next week we are doing a Sting show. We are doing a Sting show next week. A show completely dedicated to Sting. We're gonna go over. We're gonna compile a list of his matches. I didn't take notes on this, but I'm very interested. So I'm gonna say this: if this match wasn't a Sting retirement match, I would have judged this completely different. I judged
Well, what does that mean?
Can I get it out?
I'm asking, what does that mean?
I judged it the way I did because I knew what this match was. They were going to give him everything, but there's nowhere in this world that a 65-year-old man can single-handedly beat up two guys. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say how little the Young Bucks are or whatever. So get that part.
So Sylvester Stallone in the shape that he's in.
Get out of here, man.
Sylvester Stallone is 75, 76. As jacked it can be. And you don't see him.
I whoop Sylvester Stallone's ass right now.
You will not be able to. You're in delusional land, man.
See, well, you're crazy then, for real.
How am I crazy?
You go by these guys that you see on TV. I'm gonna let a 70-year-old man beat me up. Come on.
I don't think you know what Sylvester Stallone look like right now.
Sylvester Stallone looks just as bad as Lex Luger, just not as small.
You sound crazy as hell.
Just as decrepit looking and rolled up. You know, they got a website like how many fifth graders can you beat up at the same time? They should do one. How many old men could you beat up at the same time?
There you go.
I can get a couple.
You clearly do not know about old man strength.
Man,
okay.
All
right.
Remember, I ain't no little guy, man. Well, you know, I'm not no little featherweight now. He ain't just be throwing me around. But I thought this match, for what this match was, this match was, God, this man don't let me get it out. But he wouldn't cut Jeremy off when Jeremy was going through all that craziness last night.
There you go with the Jeremy talk.
You see what I'm talking about?
Go ahead, Trev.
Yeah, Samoa Joe ain't with all this dancing crap. Samoa Joe not with all this. But again, I thought this match was fun for what it was. It was a very fun match. The opening was tremendous, where the young Bucks come out, then Darby comes out, and then they had Sting.
Damn, I went on mute. My bad.
They have Sting in the movie theater, and they're playing all his hits, and he's just sitting there. Hey, as he's shedding a tear, I'm doing this because my eyes was acting up again. Because we lived all that for 40 years, basically. We lived all that with Sting. At least me and Venkat did. We lived all that stuff with Sting. So we saw all those moments and stuff like that. So you never want to see your heroes leave, but at least he got to leave like this. Now, to get to the match, I thought this was a tremendous. If they don't use this on everything going forward, they're missing the boat. To have his sons come out as Great American Bash Sting and Wolfpack Sting, I mean, was because at first, his son, the Great American Bash Sting, came out first of all. I'm like, whoa, what? Did Sting go ahead and dye his hair? Is he coming back? But then I realized when the other guy came out, I'm like, okay, it's just his kid.
Yep.
When they came out and they came on the stage like this, I'm just like, yeah, this is tremendous. Look at the thumbnail for next week's show. We got the different stages of Sting up there, because we all lived through this. Surfer Sting, Scorpion, the Crow Sting. It's just it was all fantastic. So
just wish they had the Joker Sting represented.
I didn't watch TNA, so I don't know. So they get into the match. The match was a overbooked. It was an overbooked, just fun match. It was this match literally was a house show match. I asked him.
This
Oh
match
my
is what Ric
goodness!
Flair. No, I'm just saying.
Damn.
John,
I
come on.
promise you, if you let me get it out, I'll just be done. I
Go ahead.
promise you.
Go ahead.
Man.
Go ahead.
Man. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute my mic. Go ahead.
Stop it. Go.
All right. I mean, sure, I'll go. Go ahead, Venkat.
Nah, Bones. You go ahead.
All right. For me, the entrance alone got me, man. I'm a huge Metallica fan, and when he came out to the Metallica song "Seek and Destroy," it's a classic song off a classic album, off of their very first album. It was very fitting. It was a very fitting song. And then seeing his sons come out, the Young Bucks, they beat up his sons a few weeks ago, so it made sense for the sons to want to help out and everything like that. And plus, I know for a fact that this is what Sting wanted, because his sons are not wrestlers and anything like that. So for them to come out and be part of this moment with him, I know it meant a lot for him or whatever. I'm gonna just the spot of the night was Darby jumping off the damn ladder into the glass, and then they showed the shot of him with all the blood coming out. It was nasty. It was one of the spots of the year, definitely. And I like the fact that Darby sold that too. He was out there for like a good 10 minutes. Unlike in the Battle Royal match when you had guys just selling for no reason or whatever. This was a much needed sell. It was just a nasty spot, man. I enjoyed it, I thought coming in that the Young Bucks would win, but once I seen the entrance and the way the match was going, I'm like, ain't no way Sting gonna lose this match. It made sense for Sting to win, and actually, they vacated the belts too afterwards, so that'll be a good story going forward. Maybe they'll do a tournament or something like that. This match was very overbooked, but for it to be Sting's last match, I was okay with it. I was just going to get to that part. Ric Flair came in, and he was, trying to tell the Young Bucks not to do further damage to Sting and everything like that. They ended up super kicking Ric Flair. They super kicked Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So they were just drawing more heat and everything. But at the end of the day, Sting was able to pull out the victory. He was victorious. His Scorpion Deathlock wasn't atrocious the way it usually is. That's a nice picture right there too. But yeah, man. And he got a chance to speak too a little bit afterwards. They ended up cutting out on him, but he got a chance to speak a little bit afterwards too. This was a very feel-good moment. And for me, I'm a 90s baby, so I came into Sting when he was, like black and white NWO Sting. That was my prime version of Sting. And I know this hit me pretty hard, so I know for y'all, Van Cat and Trevor, y'all grew up in the Surfer Sting era. That was before my time, but I did go back and catch up on all that kind of stuff. I know that this is very nostalgic for y'all, so because y'all lived through that, like you said. I lived through the Wolfpack Sting, the Black and White Sting, and the Joker Sting. That was my 3 versions of Sting that I really lived through and was watching weekly, on a weekly basis.
All right, Trevor, go ahead.
I think Trevor taking the vow of silence, Venkat.
Man, this guy got his panties in a bunch. I don't know what the hell. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and talk about it. So, as far as like the music, like Bones was talking about, the Metallica music, I believe that came from the WCW Mayhem album from like 2000. So it was an actual Sting theme.
Well, it was?
Yeah, it was actual Sting theme. It wasn't just a song that was just brought out of thin air. Go ahead.
No, so he used to come out to that song?
I don't know. I don't remember him coming out too much to it. He did at one point, but it wasn't like a long run. But it was on that album.
Oh, okay.
And but I was hoping that he was going to come out to the 80s, 90s Sting theme
Yeah.
You know that they call that I forgot what it's called. Damn, I forgot what it's called. But it's a hard track to get. Can't remember the band. It's a real hard one to get. So they probably had problems with the rights. But that you know that music that he plays going out to face Ric Flair at the Great American Bash '90, when you see all the fireworks flowing down,
Yeah.
and you got all man, WWF was not doing that type of stuff. Like WCW, NWA, they're the ones that with the pyro and the fireworks and all that stuff. All that came from WCW, man. It's just there was some great ass entries. I remember Halloween Havoc '89. You know, Sting and Flair versus Muta and Terry Funk. When Sting came out, it was like this great opening. It's just a lot of great memories with that type of stuff. But yeah, this match was damn good, and I'm glad that I did go to sleep and not stay up to watch it, because I think you're being tired. You're gonna see it a different way.
Yeah.
You're probably impatient, and you're just like, okay, it just needs to be over with already. And I didn't want that. So the very next morning, I got up, I watched it, and so I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to watch it, and it was just a ball. I just having fun watching it. My wife was watching it with me. She enjoyed the match. It was just a fun all around match. Everything that Ric Flair's last match was not. And the other thing too with the Ric Flair's last match, the whole angle of Ric Flair getting beat up in the parking lot by Jeff Jarrett and them, and blood everywhere and all that stuff. I was like, we don't need that for the match.
Yeah.
But with the Young Bucks, they did a similar thing where there was blood in their white suits, and Sting dropping from the rafters. And for some reason, with this, it made sense. And I just gotta give a shout out to the Young Bucks, man. They did a great job being heels. It was just nice to see how well they were able to execute it, and do the right things to make people not like them in moments that they don't need to be. It wasn't overly corny or silly. It was just a fun match to watch. And Darby Allin, before he hit the glass, he had a succession of moves back to back in the ring that was really nice to see. Him illustrating his abilities in the ring, which was great. The match was just great, man. It was fun. It was great. It was everything. And then to have it end with Sting being able to talk at the end there, I thought it was nice. I just wish they wouldn't have cut him off before the pay-per-view got off the air. But they have additional footage on that on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, 3 things. Darby Allin has by far the best suicide dive in the business. Number 2, when Sting was getting hit and no selling, and he did like a little Matrix thing where he rose back up.
Yeah, that was good.
That was pretty cool.
I was saying that's the zombie Sting, like the way his face was looking, he was a zombie at that point. I was they could do no wrong in this match. In my eyes, they could do no wrong. Man. It was
and number 3, I like the fact that Sting actually went out on top this way as opposed to the WWE way.
Right. Because a lot of people felt like this is the Young Bucks' opportunity. They're going to win the title. And that's just such a cliche, boring booking way to do things. So they did the right call on this. And, of course, that's Tony Khan that made that call.
Yeah, and like I said, Darby vacated the titles at the press conference, apparently. So,
yeah, they trying to they were trying to do like a Bret Hart. Bret Hart has to lose in Canada and all that. Doesn't matter, man. Let Sting go out on top like that. And now it sets up this exciting tag team, as Trevor was talking about earlier. Tag team matches when they're done right, they're very fun, entertaining, and they probably produce some of the best matches in all of wrestling. So now you have a tag team tournament. You just saw what happened in the Continental Classic. So now you got a tag team tournament. So that just brings more excitement. So it's a win all around. Sting goes out on top. The crowd get what they were looking for. And now you have this other story now with the tag team titles coming into effect.
Yeah, I love it. Something was brought up to me today. Chris brought something to my attention. You got the four pillars of AEW.
Yeah.
Two of them are suspended. Sammy Guevara and Jungle Boy. MJF is in limbo right now. He's injured, or who knows what's going on with him. And then you got Darby Allin, who's the most consistent of the four. But look at the way he uses his body.
Yeah.
So as far as the four pillars of AEW, it's not really looking like too bright right now.
Right. Those pillars are falling down.
Because I don't know if you heard about Sammy Guevara, but he got suspended because apparently Jeff Hardy was injured and he still did the finisher to him and stuff.
Yeah, that when I saw it online, it was saying another AEW star suspended for no reason by Tony Khan.
But this is like his second or third suspension now.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, because he got suspended because him and Andrade had a match on Collision, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And after the match, he sent out a tweet saying that basically Andrade hits too hard. Basically, that's what it said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing to even put that out there as a wrestler.
Exactly. So a lot of wrestlers in the locker room kind of turned their back on him from that.
Yeah. I don't blame him. That's pretty weak. Nah, but I can't sing enough praise for this. And so Sting leaves not only with the belt, but he left undefeated.
Yeah.
So that's just a nice tribute, He didn't disrupt any of the title scenes in WWE, in AEW. He didn't disrupt anything. He didn't cut off the knees of a young up and comer. He didn't get in the way. Actually, he was uplifting a up and comer in Darby and others. But he still got his limelight. He still got his tribute while being an asset to the company without being a liability to the company. So that was just great, man. You just gotta give your hat off to that, at least that part of AEW.
Yeah,
Tony Khan.
I complain a lot about Tony Khan because I'm an AEW mark and I'm a huge fan, but I gotta say he did the right thing with Sting, and I like the way he used Sting throughout his 3 years with AEW.
You saw in the press conference, Tony Khan was saying that he was trying to hold Sting for another 6 months. He was trying to get him to leave in the Wembley show, which would be great, but Sting is like, I just can't do it. I know it's time. I know it's time to go.
Yeah, it makes sense. Respect this team too for recognizing that.
Yeah, because a lot of people, Ric Flair, a lot of people will try to push, and then you see what the hell happened. You just lay on the apron for 18 minutes, and you don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
All right, Trevor, where you at? This guy really did take his ball home. Oh, my God.
Hey, so by far, this is the best pay-per-view of the year. It beats Royal Rumble. It beats Elimination Chamber.
Of course. By far in the Elimination Chamber. Sheesh. Elimination Chamber was not that. Not that at all.
Yeah, so far, this is my pay-per-view of the year. It had match of the year. It had nostalgic. I don't know if it maybe not moment of the year, but it definitely had nostalgic moment of the year for me.
Many moments.
And it had probably the OMG moment of the year with Darby Allin crashing through the damn glass.
Oh yeah.
So
it's a good way for AEW to come back because that trash that they put on World's End, that's got to be one of the worst overall pay-per-views I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
and that's saying a lot. I've seen some trash.
It wasn't that bad, but it was
real bad. Nah, it's Great American Bash 91 bad. It's like that kind of bad. My God.
But they announced they got a new pay-per-view coming out next month, Dynasty, I believe.
Where the hell did that come from? I thought it was Big Business.
No, Big Business isn't a pay-per-view. It's just a show on Dynasty. It's going to be in 2 weeks on Wednesday, I believe.
Oh, it's not even a pay-per-view?
Yeah, Big Business is next week.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought that was a pay-per-view.
No. So, apparently we got Jay White. This is speculation, so don't quote me on this. Jay White versus Okada. because he mentioned he got a promo. I believe you got Serena D versus Sasha Banks, and you might have Wardlow versus
They
Samoa
already
Joe.
announced it. It's Warlord Samoa Joe next week
Okay,
for the title.
yeah.
So I remember AEW a couple years ago. Didn't they have Bash at the Beach?
No, that was NXT.
That was in it. No, Bash at the Beach. Not Great American Bash.
Brian Cage is huge. He got the check.
Yeah, they had Bash at the Beach. AEW. NXT has Great American Bash.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but Bash at the Beach, which is the WCW pay per view, they did it, but I don't think they did it last year.
No, I think it might have been when Cody was still with them. I think it was a while ago.
Right. So that would have been great if they would have been able to continue that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see what else they got. I mean, for the most part, you're pretty solid with an AEW pay per view.
Yeah, they always come through on the pay per views. The weekly shows may not be the best. I think it's pretty good, but it may not be the best for the average fan or whatever. But the pay per view is always deliver. And April 21st is the next pay per view, Dynasty.
Yeah, and when they're hitting right with the pay per views, which is oftentimes more than not, there's multiple match of the year candidates in these pay per views, and you can see with this one there was no exception there.
Mm-hmm.
A couple matches have been highly ranked here.
Hey, so overall, I would give this pay per view. I'd give it like a 5-star, man. I really enjoyed this pay per view.
5 stars on the pay per view overall.
Yeah, because you got the FTR and BCC match. That was a 5-star match to me. And then you got the Takeshita and Ospreay match, and then you got the main event. Those 3 matches in itself was real good to me.
Oh yeah, if WWE had that, they would think it would be the greatest thing of all time. And by the way, with the WrestleMania coming up, they're promoting it as the biggest WrestleMania. That's yet to be seen, but I don't think WrestleMania is going to be this good. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. WrestleMania is going to have a lot of fluff, and usually night 1 is better than night 2.
Yeah.
I went a couple years ago when it was in Tampa, and I was disappointed because when I originally went, I only bought a ticket for night 1, and they had the Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton match. You know, those are 2 of my favorite wrestlers on night 2, and that match was terrible.
So when you buy those tickets, you don't know what you're going to get, though, right?
No, because it's best to buy them ahead of time. So you can either buy a package for night 1 and night 2, or you can buy them separately, night 1 or night 2. And I just
wow, that's not fair at all. The consumer doesn't even know what they're getting. I mean, damn.
Yeah, but the consensus is night 1 has been the better night than night 2.
Damn sure was last year. Damn sure was. God.
And night 2 is always the Roman Reigns night.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody wants that night. You want to get bored to death with Roman Reigns just lumbering around and having conversations on the apron. Oh, Lord. Start sweating about 45 seconds.
I'm going to get up out of here because my battery is like juicing low, so I'm going to get out.
All right, MD.
All right. Thanks, MD. Thank you. All right, so I don't know. Trevor's like ducking people right now. I don't know what's going on with Trevor. This guy got quiet real quick. Threw a tantrum. All right, so I guess we're going to just end the show because this guy's just like literally just throwing a tantrum. I don't know what's going on.
Man, I think you offended him, Van Cat.
So Bones, any final words overall?
Overall, I was very happy with this pay-per-view. I'm interested to see where a lot of stories are going to go from here. The Warlow story. I don't think he's going to beat Samoa Joe. I want to see Swerve get the belt next. I have a sneaky suspicion that Adam Cole is healthier than what we think, and they're just playing the angle. That's just a suspicion of mine. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but.
So you think like there'll be one time when he looks helpless and whoever's coming after him think they got him, and then out of nowhere he just gets up out the chair and starts beating people. Maybe they might do something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I feel like he's gonna get out of that wheelchair real soon. And we
Yeah.
can get the ball rolling.
That'll be interesting to see. That'll be real interesting. Any other words?
Yeah, other than that, I got nothing else.
All right. So I see Trevor done left already. My God. This guy is ridiculous. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. WWR. I was going to say WWR. And we'll see you next week. We got Sting's Best of Sting next week. Sting tribute show. We'll be here tomorrow tomorrow they'll be here with the Bible. Oh, no, they won't. Trevor's on a leave right now for his birthday. Trevor's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Trevor. All right, so I'll have everybody see you next week on Man Talk Monday, TFP.
Oh, we also got a show Sunday, MMA Brothers. We're gonna be reviewing UFC 299 show Sunday at 10 a.m. So make sure y'all check that out. Me and my brother finna drop some gems and drop some knowledge about the upcoming pay-per-view this weekend. It's in Miami. It's going down. UFC 299. Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Cheeto Vera. Let's go! Dustin and Diamond Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis. Let's go! I'm excited for it.
All right, so we're full stack on Straight Talk Society. Peace to everybody. Thanks to Bones, MD, Ricardo, Tequila, everybody. Of course, others. Mike. We'll see you guys next week. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Now the whole world can acknowledge me.
You'll get the shit. You'll be knee deep in the shit. Brother, I'm gonna take you home. What? You're gonna be mine. The mountain will be mine. The world will be mine. Somebody.